and the Palm Beaches.
Jay, this way!
Sorry.
What a cop.
Bye.
He's done it! The king! The king! Oh, the king!
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's show. I'm Dave Thomas, and I'm going to make sure that tonight's show is particularly upbeat and cheerful. I've been a little depressed lately, and I blame my wife. She dragged me to an Ingmar Bergman film festival the other night. I thought she said it was a Candice Bergen festival, otherwise I never would have gone. Those Swedish filmmakers are so obsessed with the dark side of life. I mean, you know, buttered popcorn, chocolate-covered raisins, and death. Is it me, or do those two go together? Those three go together. Anyway, then there's the subtitles. Now, admittedly, I'm not a speed reader, but, you know, by the time you look down to read the subtitles, look back up to see what's going on, it's changed and something else is going on. It's another thing to bum me out. And this guy here, for example, Max von Sydow, I don't think he'd be particularly flattered by this picture of him, but we whipped it up in a hurry. Anyway, he's made lots of movies in America, and he's a great actor, but he always plays depressing roles. For example, he was Father Merrin in The Exorcist. Then he was the assassin in 3 Days of the Condor, not exactly a fun part. And even in Hannah and Her Sisters, a Woody Allen movie, he plays this suicidal lover whose girlfriend is cheating on him. He gets the bummer role. I mean, why can't they put him in something cheerful like Pee Wee Herman's next movie, you know?
So, Pee Wee, how much do you want for your bicycle? I'll give you $100 American dollars.
No way, it's not for sale.
All right, then. You'll leave me no choice. I have to kill myself.
I guess it wouldn't work. Anyway, I'm afraid the Swedes are terminally depressed, and no matter what Max does, he'll always be obsessed with the dark side of life.
So, hot enough for you?
Yeah, it's a scorcher.
Yeah.
Just a trim, please.
Would you like a bowl of cereal to start? Some muesli, perhaps?
Usage, what's that?
A hearty Swiss mixture of oats, nuts, and dates.
Gee, no thanks. Maybe just that trim.
As you wish. You know, I've been thinking a lot about death lately. It's funny.
Oh, why's that?
Well, because sooner or later we must all face it. But for some reason, some of us must face it in more bloody and terrible ways than others.
Good grief.
I have this recurring dream, you know, that I'm in an airplane. And for some reason, the pilot decides to deploy the ground spoilers at 35,000 feet. So the plane goes into a steep dive, but also a spin. Everyone is screaming and crying, and hand baggage is flailing around like popcorn. And everyone knows we're going to die, but it takes 20 minutes for the plane to crash because we're coming from 7 miles up. And then, next thing, I'm out of my body, and I see myself sitting bolt upright in an airline chair in a farmer's field, charred and black. And an FAA inspector approaches me, and as he walks by, my head falls off into my lap with a soft black poof, and he screams. So, do you have dreams?
Are you finished yet?
No. I'm still feathering the back. There, looks very nice. You know, I've often thought that decapitation is the most humiliating way to die.
Look, I don't want to hear this.
Because once the head is severed, the body is running around like some red fountain, spurting blood everywhere. And the head is lying there on the ground like a turtle, helpless, but forced to watch it all.
I hope you finish, because I'm leaving.
Be careful of the razor! Shaving the back of your neck.
You're insane. What kind of maniac would force a fellow human being to listen to such horrible, monstrous diatribes? You must be a very sick person if you can't think of anything better to say than that.
Calm down. Calm yourself. But we start all over from the very beginning. You should have had some of that muesli I told you about. It calms you. So, my friend, hot enough for you?
We'll be right back after these messages.
I sob at movies. I'm only human, but my mascara never goes with the flow. It's new L'Oreal Splash Out, the mascara that waterproofs and makes my lashes a mile long. I cry at weddings. Doesn't everyone? But Splash Out never runs or smudges. I weep when I laugh, but I can be beautiful, and I'm worth it.
Splash Out, the new waterproof lash extending mascara by L'Oreal.
You must master numbers, children, so that when a value comes your way, you'll be wise enough to see it. Consider this. You buy 5 pieces of Kentucky Fried Chicken for $3.99 or 10 pieces for $3 more. Is this good value?
Teacher, this is a very good deal.
You are learning, little one.
You're the butter, and you're the filling.
I have to make a phone call. Excuse me. It's not just the taste. Philly cream cheese also has ounce for ounce half the calories of butter or margarine. Next time, butter your bread with Philly instead.
It's the USA Today CBS All-Star Sweepstakes. Your vote can help decide the starting teams in the All-Star Game. It's your chance to vote and win a grand prize of $25,000 and a trip to Chicago for the All-Star Game, plus star-studded Hollywood. Ballots Tuesday and Wednesday in USA Today. It's your chance to vote and win.
Wise Guy, late nights on CBS.
You all know my guest, Dan Aykroyd. Thank you. Dan, thanks a lot for joining me on the show.
It's a pleasure. It's nice to flex again, Dave.
Dan and I were just talking about impersonations and, you know, what to look for when you're trying to get the essence of someone's character. Like you're Tom Snyder. Uncanny. Right on the money.
Well, I have to credit an impressionist and a writer named Harry Shearer with that, because he sort of showed me how to do it. The key was the lower lip. Moisten the lower lip and get it out. All right, everybody, welcome to the Tomorrow Show. We're very happy to have you here. We've got Dave Thomas with us here tonight. It was the lip and the eyebrows. Where is Tom Snyder now? I wish I knew.
I don't know.
How about some more coffee, Mr. Aykroyd?
Thank you, friend.
Oh, I want to tell you, I think you are the greatest. I've seen all your movies. I think they're wonderful.
Well, thanks a lot.
Oh, yeah, I especially like Dragnet.
Oh, Jack Webb fan.
You were perfect.
Yeah, well, just make sure your car's not double parked there, lady.
Now, you see there, Dave, that's what talent and hard work will do.
She seems very nice to me, anyway.
Yeah, she's a real sweetheart. Anyway, where were we?
Impressions.
Oh, yeah.
Impersonations.
Oh, you know the one you did that I thought was the best? Richard Nixon.
Well, a lot of people do Nixon, and the great ones too. David Fry, Rich Little, Rip Torn did a great version on TV. This guy, Lane Smith. The thing is about Nixon is, you know, even though he did something wrong, There's a reservoir of love left in America for him because he's just such a distinctive character.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, anybody who's like this, with the posture and the voice. Of course, now he's a little old, so there's the quaver of age in there. But he is one of the great statesmen.
Yeah.
How you doing there, gang? I'm so glad to be back.
Nice to have you back. Nice to have you back, Mr. Nixon. Even though you're not the president no more.
Well, I always like to come back to China, you know. Yeah, the same old armchair. I know I left something under here. Oh, yeah, a little
What do you
chewing
got
gum.
there? What is it?
From the last time, some gum. I put it under. It's still here.
Some gum?
Yeah.
Oh,
From
that's
78,
disgusting.
you believe it?
I can't believe it. Don't eat it. Go to the next sketch. Go. Leave us alone.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Mr. Lonely is Mr. Happy. Do, 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 do. Do, do. Kim Basinger. All right.
You call this a relationship? Well, you know what? It's not a relationship. It's you in your little world and me in my little world. Well, I've got news for you. I don't want to live that way.
We have to get into this now.
If our marriage isn't worth it to you, fine. You can spend another night with your beloved VCR. You're such a loser, Lyle. How did I ever get stuck with a loser like you?
Fine, you made me miss the beginning of the movie now with your cheap little lecture. There's a rewind on this thing. Here we go.
You call this a relationship? Well, you know what? It's not a relationship. You call this a relation? Chandler, what's it all with?
Right. Well, now where was I? Oh, yeah. Kim Basinger. All right. If you're like us, chances are you really don't like it when this happens.
You're traveling in the summer months down one of the arteries of America's vast turnpike highway infrastructures.
And suddenly you're forced to confront the #1 visual hazard on the nation's roads today.
The high-impact insect death quotient!
We're talking about wasps, bees, flies, mosquitoes, grasshoppers, hornets, yellow jackets, gnats, aphids, June bugs,
Cicadas, crane flies, crickets, dragonflies, hawk moths, horntails, squawk bugs, thrips, tumblebugs, monkeys, and roaches.
blowflies, bristletails, singe bugs, firebrats, grain beetles, fidgetids, centipedes, gasteropods, amplicidae, and megachilidae.
Van hornets, ropernids, proctorupins, parasitic hymenoptera, simicidae, siphonoptera, ziphricidae, chemibadae, and tenestestipidae.
Every conceivable airborne insect that can impact itself against your windshield.
Making it a diaphanous nightmare of tiny carcasses, exoskeletons, antennae, miniature mandibles, hairy legs, compound wings, and eyes in assorted etymological blood and mulch.
Sure, the windshield wipers can handle it, but wouldn't it be nice to know just exactly how many bugs you've hit, their genus, and the specific impact velocity of each flying body?
That's why Scranton Microwave has developed this indispensable intercity ground transit tool. Digital Bug Death Readout!
Unlike other digital bug death impact indicators, which read out only the number and speed of the insects you terminate with your car, our patented Bug Ident System, BIS, gives you the specific name and type of the impacted bugs.
And with over 88,600 species of insects in this country alone, DVDR's exclusive vector lock tracking system will locate areas of high bug density, enabling you to seek out targets wherever they may be.
And if you order now, you'll also receive our newly developed bug carcass and exoskeleton reservoir system.
Yeah, look out! Digital bug death readout and exoskeleton reservoir system. Only $89.95. Not available anywhere except through our exclusive toll-free number. 1-400-555-BUGS.
We'll be right back after these additional messages.
From Touchstone Pictures, he's the greatest detective of all time.
Tracy.
Tracy?
You mind if I call you Dick?
When it's time to fight crime, he's your man. Warren Beatty is Dick Tracy, rated PG. Starts Friday, June 15th at a theater near you.
Ever find this in your freezer? What is it? How long's it been there? It won't confess. I'm a chicken from last May. That's why I love the new Right On Labels on Ziploc freezer bags. If I want a mystery, I'll read Sherlock Holmes.
Put your trust in a Ziploc bag.
Now, I'm minding my own business, and this guy on the phone is chewing my ear off about how I gotta leave AT&T. Save big, we're better. So, now I'm wondering what's in the fine print. Like, where do these savings come from? If I got a problem with my bill, I'd speak to a machine, or can I maybe talk to somebody with a pulse? But they say switch and save. So I said to the guy, let's put it in writing. The guy says, excuse me?
Don't get pressured. Get the facts.
You know and I know. Still not AT&T.
For years, you've seen Paul Newman undressing. Now you can see Paul Newman dressing. Burger King introduces Newman's own all-natural salad dressings in 6 great recipes on 4 great salads. So come to Burger King for a salad dressed better than the guy who created the dressing. To give you a salad dressed like no one else, sometimes you've got to break the rules.
The Blazers battle the Pistons. It's the finals, game 1.
Get ready for high adventure.
I don't start trouble. I finish it.
High excitement. High tension.
Kill you.
Robert Conrad
Dad, call it off! They're worth it!
stars with his real-life sons as High Mountain Rangers. Friday.
Base Station Delta. Come in, please. Hey, are you there?
Leo, is that you?
Hey, you're alive. I thought you might have fought it in that avalanche.
No way, pal. This old cat has 9 lives, remember? Anyway, it looks like I'm going to be snowed in here for the next 6 months.
Well, if anyone can make it, you can. You've just got to keep your mind active so you don't get...
I know. Cabin fever. Well, don't worry about me, Leo. You see, I'm like a cat, in the sense that...
Yeah, I know, 9 lives. Okay, Mr. Felix the cat. I'll talk to you.
Okay, pal. Take care. Cabin fever. Gotta keep my mind active. Gotta do something to keep from going crazy. I could build a piano. All I need is wooden wire and ivory. Walrus tusks. I could use that. What am I saying? Who would I get to tune it?
Thank God we found you. Thought we was gone or something.
What happened?
We're the Miller Valley cheerleading squad. We're on our way to competition and the bus broke down.
The driver went for help, but that was over a week ago.
Oh, well, he probably got through, but because of the avalanche, the rest of you are going to be stuck here for 6 months.
6 months? We'll starve.
Oh, no, I got plenty of food and water here.
But 7 of us in one cabin? How will we keep our minds occupied?
I know how I'm going to keep my mind occupied.
Hey, we all have to keep our minds occupied.
It's true, we could share.
I guess we should.
It's a great idea. Cheerleaders, huh?
Yeah. I just realized, we don't even know your name.
Oh, it's Dave.
Dave? Dave! He's our man. If he can't do it, no one can.
try. Oh, lay you down, girl.
Dave.
Oh, Fran. I was just working on this idea, kind of a man versus the elements thing.
Uh-huh. Well, I got some elements back here that need looking into.
Fran, the whole world doesn't revolve around your kitchen.
Oh, but I suppose it does revolve around your daydreams about bimbos.
They're not bimbos. They just happen to be pretty girls. How does she know what I'm daydreaming about?
Now it's time for Beef Masters with your host, Buddy Ward.
Thank you very much. Today you hear that chicken, fish, veggies, and juices are good and beef isn't. Well, new age wimps, kiss off, because this is an all-beef cooking show with high-cal sauces and condiments guaranteed to pack on the pounds for professionals like me who need to. My guest is former bodyguard to the Shah of Iran and beef consumer, Payne Steele.
Congratulations!
Right.
Look like you put on a little weight.
Well, thanks a lot, Payne.
A1, buddy, A1.
Thanks for joining me on the show.
Hey, listen, it's a pleasure. You know, I openly support any show devoted to the maintaining of individual human mass through the use of high-calorie preparations, specifically beef.
And as you know, it's handy having a few pounds on you when you gotta go through a door or deflect a bullet, right, Payne?
Hey, you're right. There's too many people out there today in the world that want to be skinny rock stars. I'd like to see the spandex crowd try to stop a bulldozer or handle a sudden assault, like this.
Try that on a vegetarian diet.
Okay, buddy, what's for breakfast?
Well, we're gonna start light because it is breakfast, and we're gonna have 3 big meals before the day ends. So, I got a beef bottom round rump crepe.
How big?
2 pounds.
Well, that's fine, but what are you gonna eat?
No, I got another one here for me. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Yep. Plus, a stuffed pie, boneless roast souffle in the oven.
You had me going. I thought you were going to go Nouvelle Cuisine on me there.
No way. Now, I know you brought a little something before the show and you slipped it in the fridge. What do you
Buddy,
got?
this is a once-in-a-month treat. This is a full moon item for that special date, a beef black forest cake with peanut butter, jam, chocolate, and a filling of burger meat. My mother's own special recipe. May she rest in peace.
Oh, that slows right down there when it gets into the beef, doesn't
Well,
it?
it's the burger filling. That's what that.
Yeah. Let me get a couple of plates here. Something to lift that nice wedge out of there. We can just lift that out. Gee, that's heavy.
It's heavy. It's a heavy cake.
You can't even move it.
It's a 20-pound cake.
I know, it's heavy.
There you go.
Let's take a good look at this, folks. Look at this. Look at this, huh?
What you're getting here is you're combining It's really like a chocolate meatloaf. Let's take it over and sit down.
All right. Oh, hey, listen. Before we go over there, you hungry?
Always, buddy. Always.
Well, why don't we warm up with a couple of coffee beef shakes?
Terrific.
Beef Masters at home might want to try Payne's recipe. Study it quickly. We won't be repeating it later in the show.
What do you think?
Ooh.
Now, these are pre-nobbled, bite-sized, freeze-packed beeflets in a coffee gravy.
Well, I know the product. It's a Mountain Boy foil pack out of Colorado, right?
That's right, yeah.
Hey, reminds me where we first met. Remember?
I sure do. Boy, that was a camping trip. A bunch of us went up to New Mexico, right?
Right, at Glacial Lake, Lake Latier number 5.
Yeah.
No roads in. Everything had to be packed in, carried in.
And there was, let's see, Elvis, Junior Samples, me, you, and was it Orson Welles or Dan Blocker?
Orson Welles.
That's right. Well, we had a hell of a time.
And a camping tip for beef masters out there everywhere. Rather than lugging your red meat on your backs through the bush, leave it on the hoof like we did. Then all you gotta do, when you get to the campsite, is slaughter the mother on the spot. Then you're set for T-bones, rumps, ribs, and rounds for the night.
You ever miss those old days, Payne?
Oh, you mean back before soybean substitutes and all this horseball, high-fiber hooey?
And And one other thing which a lot of people overlook, and that's a point that can't be understressed. If we care about the future of humanity at all...
Stop, breakfast.
Oh.
I'm sorry. What was that? What was that you were saying?
No, it's not important. Let's eat.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this.
Whoa, the star attraction.
Whoa. Oh, there it is, the chuck-eye boneless roast souffle that I was telling you about. Looks great, doesn't it? Why don't we share this sumptuous meat souffle? Here, take it. Here, take it. Why don't we share this with some of the people in our audience? What do you say?
Hey, that's a terrific idea.
Come on. Okay, now. We don't want to get any skinny people here. They might go into shock, you know, if you...
No, we need someone good frame guy. There's a guy with a good frame right
about this fellow in the green?
These two right here, beautiful, yeah. Oh, let's see. Anybody want to join here?
You?
Big is beautiful, lady. Come with us. Come with us. Ah, a lady after my own heart. Let me tell you. You know, this is a huggable lady right here. Have a seat, dear. Have a seat.
Now we're going to sit down and have a great snack here.
Try some of my cake. Go ahead.
Don't be shy, folks. Here, I got plates for everybody here. You just dig right in.
You bet.
This breakfast is pure physics for professionals. And as they say, the greater the mass, the greater the endurance.
Oh, sorry, client calling, buddy. I gotta go.
Whoa, who you guarding now, Payne?
Well, as a professional bodyguard, I really can't divulge that information, but for you, Liz Taylor.
All right. Well, listen, before you go, why don't you show these people what real bulked up mass can do?
Sure, no problem. Let me see.
Good morning, everybody.
Beefmasters is sponsored by Grow Quick Injectives and Post-Slaughter Colored Preservatives Company.
There's nothing like the distinct sound of a mother's voice. So we asked one to call her kids. The youngsters flew right by other cordless phones for what clearly sounded like the real thing. The AT&T Cordless 5000 series with new Clarity Plus sound to virtually eliminate static. The difference between theirs and ours is clear. Step up.
It's not always easy what we gotta do.
Ivory salutes the spirit that makes Special Olympics so special.
We'll do it together, and when we're through, you're gonna do it next time. I want my clean as real as ivory. It's gotta be 99.44.
No deodorants, no heavy perfumes, just a pure, mild clean.
It's gotta be pure, that's for sure. I want my clean as real as ivory.
You did it. I saw that.
Aykroyd.
Thanks a lot, Dave.
All right. You've been a great audience. Good night, everybody.
See you later.
This is Paula Zahn.
I'm Harry Smith. The world has entered a decade of change.
So wake up to the 90s with us, weekdays on CBS This Morning.
Stay tuned for your local news, followed by Wise Guy on CBS Late Night.
McCabe has a date. But a good time